Tony Pollard, running back now for the Tennessee Titans. Pollard agreed to a 3-year, $24 million deal with Tennessee. The Titans outbid the Cowboys, and reportedly the Vikings were in play for Tony Pollard's services. Yes, Pollard was disappointing, but I mean, he still had 252 carries, 55 receptions, over 1,300 total yards. His 6 touchdowns were disappointing, but his expected touchdowns were in the double digits. And he's at best when he's a committee back. And I think that's what Tennessee wants to do. They want to run an NFL-style offense where it's both Tazi Spears and Tony Pollard, and that could be a really dangerous group of 2 players with great breakaway run rates, great yards created, and players who have had production in the past. We saw last year Tazi Spears outsnapped Derrick Henry some games because he was just the better player at times. So pairing up with Tazi Spears, I think, is going to be good for both of them, keeping them healthy. Tony Pollard clearly not able to carry a massive load, but neither is Tazi Spears. So we could see them each getting 13 carries for 65 yards, and whoever falls in the end zone is going to get the touchdowns, and then you'll get some passes out of the backfield. This is a team that would be very interesting, and while it does nuke the upside swings for both of these players, you are not paying premium prices for Tony Pollard. His ADP right now is running back 22 at 80th overall. Tazi Spears running back 18 at 68th overall. You are not paying premium prices for these running backs. And so while the concern of, their ceiling is cut off, this is where you can draft both of them. This is the Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery 2.0 scenario. Okay, maybe the offensive lines aren't as good. Maybe the offenses aren't as good. But this is where you want to be buy. If you like the content and found it helpful, smash the subscribe button for both Tony Pollard and Tazi Spears. They're both talented players. The offense can't get much worse than it did last year. We've got new head coach, new offensive coordinator. We've got new running back in Tony Pollard, who has previous production and has hit ceiling weeks with 12 carries. So it just depends on how the passing game is going to be split up. And I'm very interested in buying both Tazi Spears and Tony Pollard after perceived dips.